icy hot.
It's election night in America with record-breaking turnout for a midterm, long lines and control of Congress hanging in the balance. President Trump is not on the ballot, but he is very much on the minds of voters in a deeply divided country. It's time for the results here on CBS.
Midterm elections used to be boring. Now it's like the hottest thing.
I know that what unites us is a belief that we are in this together.
We need to make sure that it's Republican across the board.
I'd like to bring some decency back to America.
Decency and common sense can win out over bad.
You, pay attention.
It's just too ugly for me.
I've waited 30 years for America to change.
We are America.
Show up and vote and bring your friends and bring your family.
We're coming to make democracy work for the people. Are you ready?
And good evening. Voters are casting their ballots across America with polls now closed in nearly half the country. We've already got lots of numbers and results to share with you. I'm Nora O'Donnell, and joining me in our coverage are CBS Evening News anchor Jeff Glor and my CBS This Morning colleagues John Dickerson, Gail King, and Viana Goladriga. We've also got a team of the very best CBS News correspondents deployed all over the country, covering all the key races, and we'll check in with them throughout the night. We want to show you some of the long lines that we saw today as voters want to make themselves heard. 35 Senate seats and all 435 House seats are up for grabs. The Democrats need to pick up 2 Senate seats to take back control there. Now, in the House, Democrats need to pick up 23 seats. They need 218 for control. Just remember that number. We already know tonight is historic. Record numbers of women are running for office, and their vote is key to who is elected to power. And look, there is something tonight we've learned that just about everybody agrees on. We've learned that 8 in 10 voters in the exit polls say it is important to elect more women to office. We've also learned that most say it's also important to elect more racial and ethnic minorities to office. John, lots of data. What do we know at this hour?
Well, we know we're going to talk about that extraordinary turnout. I was talking to a Democratic strategist.
Yes, what's their end game?
It's a $50 million question.
SWAT Thursday.
It's been a big election night here. The Republicans holding on to the Senate majority and Democrats about to retake control of the U.S. Congress. And before we leave you tonight, we want to introduce you to a future voter. Don Connor entered into the world this election day, which is fitting because he is the son of CBS News political director Caitlin Conant and her husband Alex. Connor will be eligible to vote in 2036, something we can all face tonight.
Be here before you know it.
That's right. CBS News election night coverage continues now on our streaming news service, CBSN. And for those of you in the West, we're going to be back at the top of the hour here with more coverage. You've been watching CBS.
Targeted by teens. Police trying to track down this group they now say has gone after the Jewish community multiple times.
Plus, people calling 911 because of a popular supplement. Is it in your medicine cabinet?
Next at 11.
I'm everywhere, and you'll never know who to trust.
It's madness.
Go, go, go.
Holy Mother of God.
New SEAL Team, CBS Wednesday.
Some of you are just joining us again after the Late Show. Welcome back to the election night right here on CBS. I want to show you some of the latest results from across the country. A Senate race we won't know the results of tonight is Mississippi. this is going to be a historic election. Mike Espy might look familiar. Why? He was Agriculture Secretary under Bill Clinton. And now he is vying to become the first black Republican elected to Mississippi since Reconstruction. But it looks like it will head to a runoff between him and the current Senator Cindy Hyde Smith. Let's take a look at Arizona. That race, boy, awfully tight. Still waiting for a lot of the vote to come in there in Arizona, which will send the first woman to United States Senate from there. 2 women, both Ironman triathletes, superstars, strong bases, one to watch. And as Paula Reed has reported from Arizona, it may take a couple days before that vote is fully in for Maricopa County. And in Maine, Senator Angus King is expected to win re-election to the Senate. One more, and Nevada. Let's take a look at that because Jackie Rosen is in a toss-up race at this point with incumbent Senator Dean Heller, who's considered the most vulnerable Republican in the U.S. Senate. She has called him Senator Spineless for his switching of positions there, and Democrats are saying they were able to get out the vote, but it is still a toss-up at this hour, according to CBS News' current estimate. Major Garrett is at the White House, and Major races like nobody else. Thank you so much. Anthony Mason and the exit polls and the whole team that put all that together. CBS News, it's the best team on television. Proud to be part of this network. To all of us here at the table, join us tomorrow on CBS This Morning. There will be much more.
2 hours.
Yeah,
The rest of your night.
I'm getting the wrap. I'm getting the wrap. Much more of our election results on our streaming news service, CBSN, and on CBS This Morning and the CBS Evening News. For some of you, your late local news is up next, followed by The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. For Jeff, John, Gail, Bianna, Bob, and the rest of our Campaign 2018 team, I'm Nora O'Donnell, CBS News Election Headquarters.
Winter nasal congestion. Is it a